Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, D.
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's 59. Mike the 59.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
He's coming. He's Obama.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
50, check 56. All day, dog.
And an alley to run. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Mike, 59. Defense wins championships, baby.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Mike's
Go, Salah. 20. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Goff now looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Deuce.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got Miller. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Back. Shift. Peek edge.
Ball.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Miller. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Goff on third down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Dancing to it, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Robert Quinn. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. 82 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24. down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Miller running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, Peterson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37.
That's another Rams.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 59. 59.
Throwing again is Goff.
Let's go.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Try to get it to Woods.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On first down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right? And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's second down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Trubisky able to complete this one to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, Chicago.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Kill.
They go play action. Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now, it's Peterson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off play action. Here's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Gain on the play. And it's third down.
Mike's 59.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Ran, tough. Safe. Ran, tough.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
An 8-yard pickup.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get in the weight room. Slow room. Watch out.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the 35 on second down, Goff forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. Now Goff on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10, Goff again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a...
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your... And this will be caught at the 30. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5. At the 6.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Floyd brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Rams.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
In your face.
They try again with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here is Montgomery on third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Peterson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 44, Goff under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Maverick Wolf.
Mike, check. 59.
All day, just like that.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Alert 3.
Check 13. 18. 13. Check.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Goff on the keeper.
Line 20.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton.